taken later in the first round, early part of the second round, if you can way above where you're supposed to be taken on people's big boards. Jalen Milroe could be that type of quarterback, could be that type of prospect, and your New York Football Giants could be the team taking him. When we look at Brian Daboll, right, what is the makeup of Brian Daboll, and why is he the coach of the New York Giants? It's because of what he did with Josh Allen, helping him progress. He has some tools that people want to see. In my opinion, Jalen Milroe might possess some of those tools. He's not as big as a quarterback as Josh Allen, but he has speed. He has the deep ball. He has some things that you could like in a quarterback. Are you able to fine-tune those issues that he does have? Which one? Inconsistency when it comes to accuracy. Two, him being able to actually progress, do his progressions, and make on-time throws, being able to anticipate throws. Jalen Milroe, in my opinion, needs to do that a lot more often. Hey, granted, a lot of these quarterback prospects are not perfect.
Guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect.
Who knows? Jalen Milroe could be an intriguing prospect. I know a lot of people are saying, hey, get Jalen Milroe, make him turn into the next Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts did have a similar type of turn entering the draft. I will say Jalen Hurts was more of a consistent passer than Jalen Milroe has been. And we look at it, even what Jalen Milroe did in the playoffs. I mean, thinking about how he performed in that last game, or even if it was before the playoffs in his bowl game, Jalen Milroe didn't really perform well. You saw him consistently under duress. He couldn't make on-time throws. I'm hoping to see that potentially change, especially if it's in the New York Football Giants uniform. And overall, Jalen Milroe, I will say, though, he is an intriguing prospect. I'm willing to take a flyer. I've been very vocal, in my opinion. The Giants are going to go best player available. I would just go best player available down the draft, add some talent to this group, and get this team ultimately, one, a lot younger, which they're already on the younger side, but get them full of talent. There's a lot of good D-line talent. There's a lot of good, running backs that you can see falling late. In my opinion, the Giants need to hit on this draft class. Taking Jalen Milroe with the 34 overall pick, hope we don't, if I'm being honest. But if they want to take this winning quarterback, they like the quarterback, they think he can be something, then I'm not against it. Get your quarterback. Same thing with Shedeur Sanders. Listen, I'm very vocal. I want to build harder on Travis Hunter at 3. But if you love Shedeur Sanders, take him at 3. It seems like the overwhelming, talk is that they don't love Shedeur Sanders, so it is what it is. Maybe Jalen Milroe can, develop into a better quarterback. Maybe Brian Daboll can tap into something with Jalen Milroe and help him out. Brian Daboll does have ties to Alabama previously. Maybe he knows a little bit more about Jalen Milroe than we all know. Especially when you consider them trying to make this last push, doing that workout with Jalen Milroe, trying to understand and see how he is as a prospect altogether before the NFL draft kicks off in a week. But you guys let me know, man, down below in the comments. What are your thoughts if we take Jalen Milroe? Are you going to be happy? Are you going to be upset? I know a lot of people really want Shedeur Sanders. I know a lot of people really don't want Shedeur Sanders. I've really heard too much discourse on Jalen Milroe. So you guys let me know down below, man, what are your thoughts on that. Once again, I spoke on it in my last video. As we head closer to the draft, you're going to hear a lot.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Here we go.
The tight end in motion right. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. To the right side, here's Mayer. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now it's Burrow. He gets it right back to Mayer. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season.
11 and
Ford going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Get set. At the 3-yard line.
Here's Burrow. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
Here we go. 11, 12, 11, mighty. 11,
they'll try and run for it with Ford. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash and a bit of a tight angle. McPherson's kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
Previous, or 2 days previous to the NFL draft, that's when you start to see things kind of clear itself out. Things really start weeding itself out, honestly. I'm excited to see what happens next Thursday. We just reminded I will be live next Thursday, 7:30 p.m. I need you guys to pull up and be there. And hey, if they trade back, it's
and all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Here's 2nd and 8. This is caught by Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Tate, and he will have a Giants 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
They'll run on 1st down. Tate, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. York able to send this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Here we go. 180. Right side.
Now Burrow. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. 11 MT, 11 MT.
The handoff to Ford up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
These two teams all tied after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On 1, ready? Here we go, here we go. Turbo shot.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Ford. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Let's get set. 180.
And Burrow going to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's 4th. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd down, here's Smith again. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, it's Tate, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Tate. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 2nd and 4. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 42. He'll keep it himself. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They're going to look to throw. Hyatt has got it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Tate. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have taken the lead. Now Cade York for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, Burrow. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Burrow will throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Edwards. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Burrow on play action. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I didn't like the play call. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short. They got the defense to commit too many men in the box to stop the run and have the guts to go for the pass instead. And as a result, they're set up 1st and goal.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
That's to the pylon and incomplete. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Burrow. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal from 28 yards out. McPherson's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That is caught. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Looking high its way once again. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll throw now on the final play. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards. They just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. Tate, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. They'll set up a throw. He has Hyatt over the middle. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
Stays on his feet. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! Malik Neighbors from 17 yards out. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The previous play is under review.
The York on now for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out. And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Burrow looking to pass. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Burns now with his second sack here on opening night. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Burrow. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
That's complete. It's Jalen Polk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jalen Polk, 34 yards. And the Bengals are back within a score. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Giants offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Hyatt has got it. And he's going to be dropped quickly right there at the 48, a couple yards shy of midfield. On first down, it's Tate. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Tate, and he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down, here's Tracy. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
11.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, down the numbers. There he goes. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 64 yards. And the Bengals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just two plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Tate, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Back to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They'll run on first down. Tate, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Looking to throw. And this is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
And the Giants send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. They will start this drive with Ford, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Here we go. Turtles hot. Hot.
This is Ford. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
And possession switching back to the New York Giants. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Tate. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 51 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. On first down, Tate. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have to lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. They'll hand it to Tracy. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And quickly they get to the line. They'll look to throw here. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Burrow. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. To throw, Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Edwards. Now the Bengals going to use the 1st of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Here we go.
Throwing, Burrow. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants 16. They run with Ford. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Well, right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week one. Here's third down now. Burrow. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth.
It's fourth down. Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Okay, we've seen plenty of games. We've been there before. They thought they had this one over with if they could have stopped them right there on that down. Now they've got to continue to play. That's going to be tough.
That's tough because it was such great. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Second down, goal to go. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to...
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they'd converted their first two fourth down attempts, not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he is going to have a New York first down, and the Giants are going to win the football game. Well, partner, that'll do it. These week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for the Jets, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next.